Hey, what's up guys? John here. The biggest house flippers in the entire country are not traditional real estate guys. They're not traditional real estate companies. Who are they? They're actually celebrities. Some of the biggest celebrities in the entire country. Adam Levine, for example. Like, this guy just sold a house today for $51 million that he bought for, I think, $38 million a few years ago. But every other month, it seems like this guy's selling a property for $30 or $40 million. It's unbelievable. Ellen DeGeneres, Jennifer Aniston, Jason Stratham, Jeremy Renner, like all of these people are buying and selling properties north of $10 and $20 million pretty consistently. And it's unbelievable to me because I would never have imagined this. But what they are doing is actually sheer genius, because what they're doing, and I learned this early on in my career. I started as a real estate agent in Beverly Hills in 2009, and one of my friends was very, very close with a celebrity. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but this celebrity has over 50 million followers on Instagram, one of the biggest celebrities on the planet. And he's like, hey, do you want to go to this guy's house? I'm like, sure. And so we went over to the guy's house, swimming in this guy's pool with him and my buddy, and they were having a party later that night. And he's like, hey, telling us a story of what just happened. He went and performed. He's not a singer, but he went and performed on stage, and at this place, it was like an island, kind of. It's like a rather big island with a lot of properties. It's not just like an exclusive private island. So it was a decent sized island, and they actually gave him the payment for him to perform was a property on this island, just to perform. It was only a couple hours. It was unbelievable. And he was laughing, joking about, the type of performance he was doing. And I was thinking, like, wow, that is crazy that you would get that type of opportunity for just doing that. Like, in my head, I was thinking that. But it was just like the opportunities that celebrities they're presented with for being at that level is unbelievable. And what these celebrities are doing right now over the last couple of years is that they're leveraging their personal brands when they buy a property, when they fix it up, and when they list it for sale. And what happens when they're doing that? They're pricing a premium on that property, and they end up selling the property for like a record-breaking price, like $51 million for the Palisades. I don't know how this guy Adam Levine is just like breaking one record after the next. He's absolutely killing it right now in the housing space all across Los Angeles. I've never seen anything like it. But this is one thing that we all have to pay attention to, is what these celebrities and what people are doing with their personal brands is that they're building up that brand and they're attaching themselves to another entity, whether it be a sponsor, an endorsement, whatever it is. They attach themselves, then they leverage themselves further off of this, then they build out more spheres of influence and more connections, and then it just grows and grows and grows. And the more power that they have, the more pricing power they have on their brand, the more opportunities come, the more money that they make. And with that money comes more clout and more options. But it's pretty crazy to me to watch how this real estate space has changed with, like, Ellen DeGeneres, for example. She sold almost $300 million worth of, like, ballpark, $300 million worth of property the last 4 or 5 years. Ellen DeGeneres, like, that's crazy to me, to think how one celebrity like that could trade that much property as a side gig, right? That is what I think we're going to start to see happen more and more and more as this economy continues to go into like this digital creator economy, and this economy with everything is based on personal brands, because that's what people trust. They don't trust an ad from Coca-Cola or an ad from Pepsi or one from Nissan. No, they would trust someone that they consume their content, whether it be a celebrity or whoever else. But if they're watching this person over and over and over again, and they watch this person's content, and then this person's like, oh, I just bought this house. What people wouldn't want to be, wouldn't want to visit that property if they could, get qualified and get approved to actually go visit the property. A lot of people would want to at least see it. And then people would want to get the notoriety for having purchased that property, knowing that, oh, I just purchased this person's property. Sounds ridiculous to some people, but I'm telling you, there's millions and millions and millions of people that want that type of trophy, that type of staple of saying, yes, I'm the one that did this. And so these celebrities and these influencers are pocketing so much money. Like, it is crazy to me. So I'm like doing this video, like this short video, to talk about how crazy this transition has been, at least maybe for me, because when I started in 2009 as an agent, I knew nothing. I started with no knowledge in real estate. And then as I began growing and attaching myself and connecting with people, that are at that higher level, watching this whole evolution evolve through celebrity house flipping. It's nuts to me. And I think that this trend is likely going to continue even as we step into like a down market. I think there's going to be a lot of home sellers that are going to get greatly impacted, but I think that celebrities, they're going to be able to weather the storm even better than most, just because they have that personal brand that they're associating with the property purchase that they made, a year or 2 years before. When they go to trade it, I think they're going to be able to get a premium on that property in almost any economic climate, Now, the big question I ask myself is, where does this end? Where is this going to go? Are they going to take this and start raising money and do like a Blackstone or a BlackRock type of situation, like A-Rod? I wonder. It makes me really wonder, because it would not surprise me at all to see, let's say, like an Adam Levine or one of these celebrities saying, hey, I want to raise $5 billion for a residential real estate fund. How many people would put in money, even if it wasn't just accredited investors, investors with a net worth of $1 million or more, excluding your single family home. I'm talking, not accredited investors where you put in $5,000 or $10,000, or like a Kim Kardashian. If she was like, hey, I want to raise to buy I want to do a $5 billion, $10 billion real estate fund, everyone throw up $5,000, like she'd be able to raise that money. And if she raised $10 billion and then she borrowed, $80 billion from a bank or $60 billion from a bank and went out and bought $70 billion worth of real estate, like that was all off of her, her personal brand. Like, you think about how crazy that opportunity is. She would have an easier time raising money than someone that's been in the industry for 50 years, just because people know her, they like her, and they trust her. Not all people, but most. But it's wild to me to watch this evolution that's happening right now across personal brands, across celebrities, across the entire media space. I think it's going to continue. I think it's even going to go into NFTs and stuff like that eventually. I think we're going to see a big pullback in NFTs, but I think it's going to go into literally every single aspect of our life, whether it be food products and things that we buy, whether it be what we, real estate, whatever it may be. They're going to be able to attach themselves to it as we step more and more into this technological world. They're going to make a ton of money on the way. But what do you think about this? Adam Levine selling a property for $51 million. I think he just sold a property a month ago for like $35 million near Santa Barbara. Like, this guy has made so much money in house flipping. I just can't believe it. I can't wrap my head around it, because he kind of came out of nowhere the last couple of years. And it's like his first deal was like 15 million or 18 million bucks. Like, that's his like a first house flip in Holmby Hills. Like, he's been on a tear for a while. What do you think about all this? Drop below, smash that like button, hit the like button. YouTube's going to share this content to educate more people about what's going on. And also on my second channel, it's going to be a podcast. Also going to be taking live calls. It's going to be really cool. And all my other links are up top in the banner. Catch you guys later.